Hello everybody, this is me, from Tim and Jordan Wrestling. Sorry, this review is going to be very, very short because it's 10 after at night. Anyways, let's get into the review. Monday Night Raw for the 5th of September 2016. So we start off the show with a recap from last week when Kevin Owens miraculously won the WWE Universal Championship, which was again a very exciting and happy occasion. And yeah, again, like I said last week, no one was expecting it. It was pretty crazy, actually, to be honest. Yeah, we're here that Kevin Owens will be getting a celebration, and Mick Foley is angry at the arrival of Triple H. Stating he says he was embarrassed and wanted to maintain dignity by staying quiet, and that, you know, this is the reason. Well, he's trying to reason it out, at least with Mick Foley, that she acted in a rash behavior, not like talking to him or giving him any details about what was happening. You know, they weren't. She was acting kind of different. She wasn't really. She's acting suspicious, I guess, in a way. But you know, she's trying to back it up, saying that if you went out and talked about it, she would look very weak. Show continues, and Kevin Owens is champ and is out in a suit because la-di-da-di-da. Yeah, he likes to wear his own tracky suit thing, but now he's wearing an actual suit. For this big occasion, this big celebration. There's balloons everywhere. He's come down, he's parading himself. Hey, I'm the best. Seth Rollins says, as he comes out, you know, to ruin the party, as they say, and literally and metaphorically. He says that if McMahon is ready to hitch their wagons on KO, then he will fight every step of the way. So he's sounding a bit like Kevin Owens here, but a lot of fighting talk, which, again, you gotta root back to Kevin Owens here. McMahon turns to suspend Miss Mick Foley. Sorry, what? Sorry. McMahon turns to suspend Seth Rollins, but Mick Foley stops her at the last second, saying, "No, we're not going to do this way. I am the one who makes the matches, so I think that in all fairness, they should not happen. We should have Rollins here because he is a great wrestler. In fairness, I don't like him, but he is a great wrestler, and he will be competing in a match against KO at Clash of Champions." Just like that, our main event for Clash of Champions is set. And yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I'm very excited for that again. It's pretty much going to be wrestling masterclass. I mean, you can already guarantee it. But back to the current state, because Foley gives KO a match against Zayn tonight. Foley grants Jericho a match against Rollins. So there you go, 2 matches on the show. Jericho goes, yeah, too happy about that. But Sami Zayn all too happy to get his hands back on KO. And yeah, the show continues from there. In the first match of the night is Charlotte versus Bayley. And a very, awaited match on the show. Dana Brooks takes notes on Charlotte in the ring as she apparently is going to be beating, in inverted commas, Bayley. Bayley is hit by the head of Charlotte on the turnbuckle, and bang, 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 bang. Charlotte hits a knee drop on Bayley's knee. Ow, that hurt. Bayley again, a little bit injured on the knee. Charlotte has a distraction by Charlotte. Dana Brooke, hits him. Bayley is rolled up into a pin, but Charlotte rolls out, accidentally hits Dana Brooke, who she, and for some reason, blames and lost. I don't know why. Bayley hits the belly to Bayley suplex, and the end of the match. And Bayley wins triumphantly. This is a crazy win here. Again, it's not like I was not expecting this. I kind of was. And when I see with the outside presence of Dana Brooks, it's always going to be quite unpredictable the way it goes. So again, nice win for Bayley. I think this is going to be a nice strong build, a nice strong foundation to build her as a credible wrestler on the show. Again, always good to see her, and it's nice crowd. The crowd kind of lighting up to this show just from here on out. I think that the show as a whole wasn't great, but it was standard. I mean, standard stuff. But the crowd were nice. The crowd was good. I really enjoyed the crowd. In our next match, we see Bo Dallas versus a poor jobber. Bo Dallas got the new look, the new kind of thing that's hiding his big belly. The new attitude. He has Outcast written on his thing. Is he a fan of Outcast? I don't know. Or he's just because he's a social outcast. Apparently he still is. He has the roll of the dice and wins the match. So yeah, just a nice win for him. Yeah, I always thought when WWE brought him from NXT, they never really dealt him right. Now it feels like they're trying to, credibilize him a little bit more. But again, it's sort of like, you've already brought him in as one thing, now you're trying to make him another. It's sort of, it doesn't work really, because we all know that he once was a stupid face that no one liked. So, I mean, to be honest, he should be a heel that no one likes, that's kind of lovable in the way that he's a heel, in his kind of discernibility, but instead they went the other route. So now they're going to try and go back and make him heel, and make him like this, but yeah, he's just a shell of what he used to be. The whole concept behind Bo Dallas is gone, he's just this now. He has the Bo Leave thing, but again, it's like a small part of him now. He's just sort of, kind of parades around for no reason. See, this is what's wrong with WWE. They always seem to not think they know what they're doing, but then they get this, and it's just like, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Yeah, it's just sort of mind-boggling, to be honest. Mind-boggling. I should say mind-boggling more often, can I? Because this segment is mind-boggling. But yeah, my Bo Dallas gets to win. La-di-da-di-da. In our next match, we have the Architect, Seth Rollins, taking on Chris Jericho in a match. Rollins takes out Jericho outside early on. Jericho performs a big springboard dropkick using the ref as a distraction. Rollins draws Jericho's face into the turnbuckle. Rollins hits a giant neckbreaker. Jericho with a great Walls of Jericho, which kind of built up the match quite well. The crowd were like crazy in this match. Jericho and a big neckbreaker, but Jericho gets out of the ring and hits the Lionsault. Jericho turns a codebreaker but gets reversed, and Rollins hits a pedigree and wins the match. So yes, pedigree. Quite a good match, quite a long match, so it went all really nicely. My favourite match tonight, very enjoyable to watch. Again, just really cool match. Start to finish, good match. Yeah, I think it was pretty good, to be honest. So Seth Rollins win this match, pretty cool, and happy to see where this goes. Of course, Seth Rollins is basically pretty hyped now for that Clash of Champions, and in fairness, he was owed that rematch, so fair enough. He is getting it. He never really got a fair rematch against against Finn Balor, so now he's got the one-on-one circumstance until later on. But yeah, again, he's kind of, bit of more running into that main event now. So that main event scene back again, where he kind of was before. So, but same sort of position for him. He hasn't really changed too much. And that's classicness about him. But again, we obviously have to discuss, because of course Seth Rollins is slowly merging into that face figure. You saw the cheers he got earlier on when the Kevin Owens segment and Mick Foley segment. Yeah, he got a lot of cheers. So good for him. I'm excited to see where this takes him. He's had so many face and heel turns that I can't even understand. More than I've even expected he would. So if this is a face turn, well, God, it won't be the last time he turns again. And I'll be surprised if it is a full face turn. Maybe he's just going a bit nice and then bad. But yeah, possibly Triple H coming back and taking him on one more time. Maybe. At Survivor Series? Maybe. WrestleMania? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. In our next match in the Best of 7 series between Sheamus and Cesaro, we are in the third match, and again, Sheamus is 2-0 up. He's gone on a bit of a run lately, and we know Cesaro, who is prone to those dastardly injuries, is again pretty injured up in this one. Yes, Sheamus turns the back ruthlessly during this match. He hits a big back body drop. Cesaro uses the uppercut, but is hit by an Irish curse before he can get his big, maneuver, backbreaker, and also a Celtic Cross backbreaker, which I like saying, CCBB, and a bro kick by Sheamus to win the match. So Sheamus is now 3-0 up. Now I see the story going in, bam, bam, bam. He's going to go for the clean sweep. No, he's not going to go for the clean sweep, definitely not. Obviously Cesaro is going to win at O2 in London, no doubt. That would make it 3-1. Then again, Cesaro is probably going to win 3-2, 3-3, tie it up. From there on, I don't know what's going to happen. I always thought Cesaro would come back, but it seems like WWE are not really too reliant on him now because he has two main injuries there, as you can see, or one kind of reliant injury and one kind of not great shoulder. But well, not comment on the shoulder, one recovering injury, I should say. But again, it's been all a bit messy with him, so I mean, this is not great signs for him. And the fact that they made Sheamus look so strong in this match kind of signals a change in direction. Maybe they originally thought Cesaro would come back and win the feud, but maybe they're going to lean the other way. It's all dependent. Personally, I think it's going to go to 3-3, and from then on, kind of leaning on Sheamus winning the whole thing. But if it goes the other way, that'd be surprising. I mean, you never know in this day and age. I mean, there's always a surprise out there, so that could be the next big surprise. We'll see. Hopefully, hope to God. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be an interesting little feud as we develop it towards Clash of Champions, which will be the breaker of the feud. Obviously, guys, I'm planning ahead, guys, planning ahead. Well, yeah, it will be, it must be, because they're obviously it's gonna be one to Raw, and then the live event this week, which is another match. So yeah, come on, it's all League of Clash Champions. You have to be an idiot to not understand that. In our next match, we have the Shining Stars versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass, which interrupt Shining Stars during their big, we're from Puerto Rico, we have the summer, you don't, screw you America speech. And yes, thankfully we're saved, and Cass and Enzo Amore come out. Yeah, the usual banter, and for some reason Amore gives birth. Bit random, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda like it. I don't know, people complain, oh, they're really bad. Trust me, guys, they're nowhere near as low as the New Day have got, if you look at the later on the night. No, I think they're still pretty funny. I don't think they really have dipped that much. I think they're pretty alright. And obviously, the quality is going to be bad some weeks. This was a pretty good week for them. Short little segment. Again, it was pretty funny. I gotta be honest. Enzo Amore's acting, funny as frick, to be honest. So yeah, it was pretty funny, to be honest. Yeah, and they kind of made stupid, what could be really stupid, kind of interesting, kind of funny. So yeah, not that cringe, kind of cringe, but not really cringy that much. So yeah, we got into the match. Shining Stars, unfortunately won this match due to a pin on the tights, after confusion where Enzo Amore died onto the wrong person. He wasn't actually in the match or tagged into the match. And yeah, he won a lot. I'm not even going to try and discern the difference between Primo and Epico. Yes, it says it on the trunks, but half the time they're not visible. And their haircuts are very similar, so screw me, I guess. Yeah, sorry guys, to offend you all. God, I'm such a bad person. In our next match, in your typical scheduled squash matches with a little bit of a twist, as some personality friend of Foxy, as I'm going to call her, Alicia Fox, is fighting, and it's another hometown girl. She's fighting against Nia Jax. Again, she loses with a big slam, whatever you call it. And yeah, apparently after this match, we see Nia Jax and Foxy interact, and yeah, it's pretty funny. So we're actually leading onto a feud now. So great. Foxy getting a bit vicious. Nia Jax, trying to defend, but Foxy is like, frick, I'm not having none of this. I'm having none. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah. Anyways, so God, is she gonna go into a match? Does she want to do that? Maybe she does. Maybe she's Asuka. She can actually do this. So yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool if Fox fought on against Nia Jax. Something tells me it's gonna be a handicap match, but apparently not. So if we're just gonna have the two face each other, then go ahead. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, finally a side feud developing on this lovely Raw that doesn't feature Dana Brooks in the women's division. So, well, hey, they got to it eventually. I mean, I kind of been complaining about this for like 4 weeks, but who cares? Do it. Yeah, it's all the feuds, the better. So maybe we'll have even 2 women's matches tonight. That's wishful thinking for me. 2 women's matches on Raw. Oh my God. There was 9 matches on this card, and there was 1 women's match. Seriously, guys? Seriously? Sorry, I take that back. There's 2 women's matches, but one was this match, and this doesn't really count as a match, to be honest. 2 women's matches out of 9. Seriously, guys? I don't know. In our next bit, if you can even call it that, yeah, Darren Young, Make America Great Again, in his little gimmick here, takes on Jinder Mahal. And I like to say injured my balls, but I'm immature about that, so I just say that anyway. I don't know why I say that. I'm gonna YouTube to, please don't, no. Terms of service, oh god, I'm fricked, haven't I? Anyways, in this match, Darren Young hit a gut wrench, hit the win, even though he was kind of distracted by Titus O'Neil. Darren Young would then go outside the ring and attack Titus O'Neil. Sound familiar? Because we've seen this a few other times. Maybe a copy and paste of weeks ago. At least we can see, and the commentators saying, "Oh, Darren Young finally getting some offense." But this has happened like multiple times before, where Darren Young has actually hit offense. So I don't know. This is a retaliation from him in any ways. Titus O'Neil has the right to be pissed off. The commentators are making him sound like a fucking villain here, even though he has the right to hate the other partner. In fairness, though, you're not much better yourself. I mean, the commentators do bring up a good point. Titus O'Neil, what do you really bring to the party? To be all honest, you could complain, okay, but your wrestling is, and you make little logical sense a lot of times. I mean, you can be good, but come on. Seriously, you're using the same argument and you're calling yourself great? No, that's not how it works. You gotta prove yourself, so Titus O'Neil, prove yourself. Get your tag team partner. Darren Young, get your tag team partner. Who's better tag team partner. It doesn't really have to be like an actual tag team, but like just get another partner and see you fight against each other and see who really was the better in the team. See that concept that I tried last week and I said that, please do that. I'm just going to repeat it. Please do that. Please do that. That would be cool. This is a relationship that I don't want to see simmer down uncontrollably into nothing after like another 2 weeks of this boring crap with WWE just deciding to drop it. No. They're going to eliminate a Clash of Champions. That's going to be that. They're going to go separate ways, and then we can all be done with this. But until then, we're stuck with this. So, again, take on some of these ideas, WWE, if you're watching, but obviously you're not watching. Sadly, we all know the truth. Come on, use your brains. Use your brains, guys. In our next match, Braun Strowman competed. Braun Strowman versus Sin Cara. And yeah, this one was what it was. It actually did go a bit longer, so it was pretty good. Sin Cara did actually get a good bit of offense in here. His height, his quickness to an advantage. Ultimately, it did hinder him because outside the ring, where he's trying to act quick and all, he did end up getting destroyed by Braun Strowman into the barricade and counted out to 10. So, yeah, not really big change. But again, Braun Strowman finally actually getting a real wrestler. I mean, they're making good progress with Braun Strowman and Ajax, which I'm happy about. Thank you, we have some development going on here for once. Thank you, but still, Sin Cara, that was literally the worst choice you could have chosen for Braun Strowman of all people. A really small, short guy against the big Braun Strowman. Come on, guys. Come on. I don't know. This is basically a normal match, hidden as a jobber match. That's what it is, to be honest. Despicable. Now, getting to this segment before I forget it, because, oh my god, it was forgettable. And yeah, you know what I said earlier about the New Day being pretty poor, piss poor. Yeah, my friend agrees with me, Jordan. You know Jordan from this channel, Tim and Jordan Wrestling. Of course you do. He kind of agrees with me. He's saying, oh my god, they've gone down off a cliff right now. New Day, god, they're gone bad. I think I wrote down my notes. WTF happened to the New Day? What actually happened? I don't know what happened. So this segment features, again, the club trying to make fun of the New Day by bringing out the Old Day, which is sort of a mockery of what the New Day will become in years to come, I'm guessing. And it kind of saddened me to see this because, again, first we had that SummerSlam thing that was just atrocity. This is even worse. The crowd were silent. They're actually, WWE decided, you know what, so for this segment we're going to do a nice cool New Day thing. We're going to make fun of the New Day for comedies, and it's not funny, and no one cares. And again, if the Day are doing this primarily for hate, when they've accepted it and achieved it, but for comedy? No way, Jose. Again, the frig. They actually, then the New Day proceeded, and this is how I know it's not just them taking the mick. The New Day proceeded to think that it was actually them, which is just, oh my god. I can't begin to explain my frustrations here. So it's been starting since SummerSlam. It's just god awful. So the New Day, to be honest, I'm sad to say this, but they're not gonna keep that championship for much longer. That bronze, I should say, the penny belts, they're leaving them at Clash of Champions, guys. Unfortunately. God. I would say that, but no. Maybe Survivor Series. I'm being a bit rash about this. They've obviously have any serial out. They're hardly going to drop the titles after just a goddamn marketing stunt. This is all turning into a marketing stunt. I swear to God. Look at them. The old day, they're wearing the freaking Bootios t-shirts there in the picture. It's almost like they don't care about anything else. They just want the freaking money. WWE are despicable, aren't they? At times. And I'm not even blaming this on the New Day or anything. I'm just the creative. It's the writing. It's just, I don't want to gouge my eyeballs out when I see this sort of stuff, and my ears, because I have to listen to it as well. The New Day, please don't. Anyway, obviously now they're up against the club at Clash of Champions. Yeah, probably the New Day win normally, but the club sort of get themselves accused. We said they're confusing piss poor finish at SummerSlam. I'm not half surprised that the club win, but probably too soon, because of course marketing. You don't want to freaking have your champions lose and have your serial released 2 months ago, do you? No, you don't. Just from a business perspective, it's a stupid idea for them to lose the titles anyways. Continue though. For piss poor, like, one of the bits of the serial is called the tag titles, so come on, like, they're hardly going to do that. But anyways, moving on. In our next segment, Sasha Banks, who was promoted a lot between the ads and the shows, comes back and to address her back injury that kind of has enabled her from competing in-ring in competition. Now, she begins to talk about how there's bad news, you know, how the women's revelation has come about. Before she gets to her actual injury thing, Dana Brooke interrupts and has a speech and says, you don't deserve this, something along those lines. And not along those lines, I'm sorry. But Dana Brooke just basically poked fun at her and said, you know, I'm the best. But Sasha Banks went back and said, no, you're not. Charlotte is not the best. You guys are not the best. I will go and win that title back, and I am the original origin of what has happened to the women's division. She kind of is the catalyst for everything. Jesus. But anyways, yeah, thankfully she beats up Miss Piggy here, Dana Brooke, it's the code breaker thing, and then it's the bank statement, which is nice, so good on her, and yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, she comes out and you go, bang, celebration, and she didn't get on with her speech though, so hopefully we'll hear more next week. Kind of frustrating that we didn't get to hear the full story, but yeah, when I hear half stories I can't really classify or clarify anything here. All I can say is Sasha Banks' face is always, maybe there was some sort of heel in the works here, but no, she's still face, obviously. She's still going to go after Charlotte. She still have that mind drive set on Charlotte, and that's really good. So, again, possibly a Clash of Champions, as we all know. But, again, the build to that, it's going to be interesting to see how it works. Again, will she be actually competing in matches? Like I said, will she be, on commentary? They probably will do some angle like that, with the 1-2 matches on the card sort of thing. But we'll see. Again, going into that match, it's going to be pretty heated between the two. Pretty darn heated. And yeah, I'm love to hearing these promos. Keep them coming. Sasha Banks again, master of the promos. And now it's your main event of the evening. I won't do that again. It's KO versus Sami Zayn. Yes, finally we get to see this match again. And yeah, here it is. Match starts off with a moonsault by Zayn off the barricade. Big suicide dive by Sami Zayn outside, twice on each side. Zayn reverses a cannonball and gets an exploder suplex. Cannon by Owens, but round by into a big boot suplex by Zayn. Zayn hits a slam outside. Zayn sells for a freaking haluva kick. Then is super kicked by Owens, followed by Papa Powerbomb for the win. So Owens wins this match. Again, we've been kind of excited about a lot of these matches in the past. Between two very storied career, Kevin Steen and Jericho in the independent circuits. Then into NXT in 2014. They had a great time. 2015, I should say. And really had one of the best rivalries I've seen ever on WWE TV on the NXT. So again, lovely to see them back again. A bit of a under par match, to be honest. Kind of signified some of what Raw did today. It sort of took what we loved, like the New Day, and then just kind of gave us less than we wanted or deserved. At least with Bayley, we had an actual surprise there. So again, overall, pretty standard Raw, to be honest. Main event was alright though. I liked it. I'm just saying it may not have been the standard of a lot of other matches, but hey. Sorry, just reaching for my mic there because it was falling down there. But after this match, Roman Reigns actually comes out and is about to attack, and then Jericho comes out to try to defend KO after KO beats Sami Zayn. Mick Foley comes out and announces if Roman Reigns can beat KO next week, we will see Roman Reigns in the triple threat, which is an interesting move because again, Rollins feels like he finally gets his chance on KO single, finally, and then this happens, which feel sorry for Rollins again. Roman Reigns is going to win definitely next week against Kevin Owens in some shape or form, putting him into that triple threat. Again, I always say this, Roman Reigns always finds his way back into that main event, no matter how hard you push him away. And that's all WWE, it's all creative, it's all Mr. Man. It keeps happening. So, again, no matter how hard you push him, the harder you push Roman Reigns away from the main event, the harder you try, the more strong and freaking fierce he's going to come back. So, I mean, yeah, it's like a cold, to be honest. You get a worse cold every time it goes back. Yeah, it's not great. But yeah, that's how it happened. All I can say is, God have mercy on us all. But yeah, nice show overall. I'd say pretty standard. Not much I could comment on. Again, Bayley was a highlight. And yeah, nice match between Rollins, obviously Jericho, and KO and Zayn. Kind of what we expected from the start, really. Nothing like, oh my god, like last week. But I never really kind of too boring. I mean, Anyway, that was my show of Raw this week. So go watch it if you have to, or just look at the news, because there's not really any real need to watch all of these matches, to be honest. I just check out the main ones. Yeah, but it sounds like SmackDown Live is doing actually really good at the moment, so I'm going to have to check that out as well, even though I'm not meant to be doing SmackDown Live, but yeah, I'm going to have to peek look at some of the other videos of those guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this one. Make sure to like, comment below, share. Obviously, I'm about to fall asleep at this moment in time, so see you all next time, and have a good day, whatever time of day it is for you, evening, morning, or night, I don't care. But see you all next time. Bye.